we've got something really interesting in front of us today, a big one. We're zooming in on the call for papers for Trust 2026.
That's right. The 7th edition of the International Conference on Machine Intelligence and Security for Smart Cities.
And it looks like the organizers, that's the Faculty of Public Administration at SNSPA and the Smart-EDU hub, have really focused on a very specific theme this year.
They have. It's building cyber-resilient intelligent cities. And it feels, I don't know, a lot more urgent than previous years.
Cyber resilient. I have to stop you there, though. It sounds great. But is it just a fancy way of saying, better firewalls?
Well, that's the key question, isn't it? And the answer is no. It represents a real shift in thinking.
A shift how?
It's moving away from just convenience and towards survival.
Yeah.
We aren't just connecting smart toasters anymore. We're connecting critical city infrastructure to the internet.
So the question isn't just, does it work anymore?
Exactly. The question now is, what happens when it gets attacked? Or even, what happens when the AI running the power grid just makes a mistake?
Okay, that puts it in a very different light. It's less about the gadgets and more about the fundamental stability of the whole system.
Precisely. And that's why the event itself is so broad. It's happening June 15th and 16th, 2026 in Bucharest. But it's also a hybrid, so you can join online.
And they aren't just looking for tech people?
Not at all. They explicitly want public administration specialists, policymakers, social scientists.
Which makes total sense when you look at the panel topics. I mean, sure, you have artificial intelligence and cybersecurity, but right next to it is regulatory compliance.
And information sabotage. For me, that's the critical one.
Why that one?
A smart city, it runs on data. If you can poison that data with fake news or manipulated sensor readings, the city doesn't just slow down. It becomes actively dangerous.
Wow. That's a terrifying thought. It also means that if you're, say, a researcher studying misinformation, you're just as important here as an engineer.
Exactly. They're also looking for papers on personal data security, facial recognition. It's all about that intersection between hard tech and public administration.
Now, for the PhD candidates listening, there's something new this year, isn't there? Something that looks like it was designed just for them.
Oh, this is a huge value add, a dedicated doctoral workshop on the first day.
And it's not just another presentation slot.
No, it's much more. They're bringing in senior researchers to lecture on research tools specifically for, and I'm quoting here, the new era of generative AI.
Which is, if you're writing a dissertation in 2026, that's basically a required skill set, right? How to use these tools properly and ethically.
And they're rewarding that. They have awards for the best presented papers, and they're specifically looking at originality and policy impact.
Okay, let's talk about the big hurdle for most academics, the cost. Conferences, especially with publication, can be so expensive.
Right, and it's probably the most standout feature of the whole thing.
Oh.
There is no participation fee.
Wait, what? It's free to attend.
And there is no publication fee.
Okay, that's almost unheard of. So you get the platform, the feedback, the publication opportunities, and it's completely free.
Correct. And we're talking about legitimate journals. Selected papers will end up in the Smart Cities and Regional Development Journal, the Trust Proceedings, or the Journal of E-Technology. It's a very low-risk, high-reward situation.
So if you're listening and you've got research on cyber management or data privacy sitting on your hard drive, now's the time. What's the submission process like?
It's incredibly simple. All you need to send is a title and a short abstract to 250 words.
And that goes where?
You email it directly to the co-chair, Professor Catalin Vrabey. The address is catalin.vrabey@snuspa.oo.
Okay, and the most important piece of information, the deadline.
You have to move on this one. The deadline for abstracts is May 17th, 2026.
May 17th. All right, everyone, mark your calendars. Do not let that date slip by.
And for all the specifics, the formatting, the panel details, the link to the call for papers can be found in the description below.
Perfect. Definitely check that out. That leaves me with one final thought. If our cities are becoming smart enough to make their own decisions, are we sure we're asking them the right questions?
That's something to think about.
It is. A good thing to mull over while you write that abstract. Make sure to like and subscribe to the Smart-EDU Hub channel to be the first to enjoy AI, tech, and science podcasts. We'll catch you on the next one.